These are the celebrities who passed away on February 9th. Today we remember character actor George "Gabby" Hayes, who was a regular in B-Western movies. He appeared as the grizzled, cantankerous, loyal sidekick alongside Gene Autry, Roy Rogers, Randolph Scott, and John Wayne, among others. He had his own show in the 1950s, The Gabby Hayes Show. Gabby was in over 40 films in a 7-year span at the height of his popularity. Sadly, Gabby Hayes died on February 9, 1969, of heart failure in Burbank, California. He was only 83 years old. Another notable who passed on February 9th was Princess Margaret, second daughter of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. Being the sister of the Queen, she became a glamorous socialite who was in the press often with her reputed romances. Margaret was a controversial member of the royal family. Her divorce and private life were the subject of intense media interest. Sadly, she left us on this day in 2002 due to a stroke. She was only 71 years old. Rock and roll icon Bill Haley was the leader of the music group Bill Haley and His Comets. Their hits included Rock Around the Clock, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and See You Later, Alligator. Rock Around the Clock's success began the age of rock and roll music. He appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show and American Bandstand. Sadly, Bill Haley died of a heart attack on this day in 1981. He was only 55 years old. Bill was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. David Wayne was a 2-time Tony Award-winning stage and screen actor who had a career that spanned over 50 years. You might have seen David on the classic TV shows Dallas, The Twilight Zone, or as the villain the Mad Hatter on Batman. One of my favorite movies he appeared in was The Andromeda Strain from 1971. Sadly, David Wayne died on this day in 1995 in his home in Santa Monica, California, from complications of lung cancer. He was only 81 years old. And finally, we come to John Gavin, who was of Chilean and Mexican descent. He was fluent in Spanish and Portuguese. He was an actor, president of the Screen Actors Guild, and later United States Ambassador to Mexico. He is best known for appearing in the films Imitation of Life, Spartacus, Psycho, and Thoroughly Modern Millie. Gavin was a Republican and was appointed by President Ronald Reagan to be ambassador to Mexico, serving until 1986. Sadly, John Gavin died on this day in 2018 from pneumonia in Beverly Hills, California. He was only 86 years old. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and maybe even subscribing. I appreciate it. Good night.